Oh boy. I watched every Despicable Me movie, and now I'm gonna rank them from bad to worst. All 554 minutes of them. Spoilers for Despicable Me 4, if you even care.
In my eyes, you will always be one of the greats.
What?
Okay, so when I said from bad to worse, yeah, that might have been a lie. This movie isn't really bad. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. I think that this is the only Illumination movie that isn't really bad. Okay, well, I haven't seen Migration, who knows? Maybe it's a masterpiece. But other than that, I can safely say Despicable Me is the only Illumination movie that pulls its weight. It's like actually funny. Like, come on, this guy had me belly laughing.
I know how much you like to laugh.
And unlike every other Illumination movie, this one actually gets me a little emotional. When Gru starts off, literally all he's ever wanted is to be the greatest villain ever, and the flashbacks to his mom make us believe that. But, of course, as we all know, by the end he learns that what he actually needed was a family, and come on guys, you literally cannot go wrong with a theme like that. It's fantastic. It's so well executed too. The girls are so endearing, and their dynamic with Gru is so wholesome, even before he learns to love them. From the beginning, we can see he's not such a bad guy, because he caves to their every whim. All they have to do is beg or threaten him, or hold their breath for 10 seconds, and he gives them whatever they want because he has no idea how to handle kids. Clearly they have the power here, which is funny, and it makes us enjoy their dynamic. We like them together. Instead of him using them for his plans like he wanted, they're the ones bossing him around. It's great. Then they go to an amusement park and actually bond, and we can see Gru's priorities start to change, but Dr. Nefario still convinces him to focus on his dream, and he doesn't fight when the girls get taken away. At this point, we're invested in their relationship because we like them, and we've already seen some character change, which is the essence of emotional storytelling. So when he lets them get taken away, we're torn, because we really want them to have that good relationship, and when Vector kidnaps them, we really freaking hate him for it. And I was genuinely on the edge of my seat. I cared about Gru rescuing them. All of it comes together in a perfect emotional bow at the end when he finally saves them and Margot learns to trust him and they become a beautiful little family. Excuse me. So beautiful. And it's super satisfying to see Vector defeated. Not to mention Vector is delightfully entertaining to watch because he's just a giant dweeb. All that said, this movie is not without its flaws. It does have some good jokes, but 70% of the humor is very juvenile. Too many potty jokes for me, but other than that, this is a very solid film, 8 out of 10.
Riding a shark with 250 pounds of dynamite strapped to his chest.
Okay, I need to start talking about this because somebody needed to say it. These Illumination movies look nasty. Like, look at this. What the bazonkas? Who decided to design characters this way? Everything is like too smooth. Even the animal designs are kind of butt ugly, I'm not gonna lie. Especially this. Whatever this is. I cannot watch this movie because this man's bottom lip, it's so wet. Oh, why is it pink? He looks disgusting. Don't talk to me. So, what do you think? Oh, you're already done with the initial designs? Wonderful. Let me just... Oh, wow. This is... really so much... I can't breathe. Do you like them? Oh, beautiful. This is pure art. Get it on the big screen. I was kind of surprised with how strong of a follow-up this is to the first movie. Not saying it was good, but it's not a dumpster fire, which you kind of have to give it credit for. It's fine, there's a plotline that makes sense. The villain is nowhere near as entertaining as Vector, but at least he gets Gru's goat. Not that goat. Gru being convinced he's the bad guy just because his son is dating Margot is kind of fun, and it's cool that it's kind of used as a way to subvert expectations, even though the whole dating Margot thing goes nowhere. And it's a romance, I guess. It's not the best romance ever, but like, it exists. I actually was a little bit invested when El Macho tied Lucy to the rocket. We watch Gru get suddenly happy because he has this spark with Lucy, and that makes us care about where this relationship will go. Though I will say the thing that sent him on that journey was literally just a kiss on the cheek and an awkward giggle. Like, it was literally nothing. If that were me, I would probably just have thought, oh, she's just a little quirky. And then she immediately goes to Australia, so we get no fun times with them together before we're supposed to believe Gru is heartbroken she left. Who am I kidding? Any character who interacts with anyone of the opposite gender is automatically assumed to be in love with them. I mean, everyone knows that, my bad guys. But like that said, I still cared a little bit. Also this was hilarious. So now let's move on to my criticisms. This guy's whole joke is that his name is Bottom and he's fat, so that's lovely. Gru has no reason to be upset about the mission or Lucy being his partner. Like, he's just mad at everything in this movie because drama. I hate the fart gun. Somebody get rid of the fart gun. Who came up with the fart gun? They deserve to get fired. Also, there are multiple jokes that are just shameless repeats of jokes from the original.
We have to warn him, and fast!
The joke isn't funny the second time. And just for some reason, this lady bothers me. She keeps coming around to try to set Gru up with every single woman she can find, and it's like, lady, why are you so concerned about Gru's love life? What do you have to gain by seeing Gru get some? If you want him to date someone so bad, why don't you just date him yourself? Like, yeah, she's never explained. She just cares way too much, apparently. So yeah, this movie is better than I remember, but still doesn't deserve to be called not bad. 4 out of 10.
Gru!
Get me closer!
Every subsequent movie on this list is a blatant trash fire. Y'all better like this video because when I tell you I wanted to claw out my eyes. Please subscribe to pay your last respects to my sanity, which tragically died while I was watching Despicable Me 3 for a second time. And leave a comment saying rest in peace Lindsay's last brain cell. Anyway, back to the matter at hand, the newest Despicable Me movie. This movie is bad. It's really bad. If I had a nickel for every time this movie was bad, I'd have like a nickel because it came out, it was bad. It'd been bad. What is it about, you ask? Well, don't even ask me that because it has like 70 different plot lines and none of them even matter except like one, which was the only good one. Basically, Gru reunites with his like villain high school rival and is trying to capture him for the anti-villain league. But he escapes prison, which means Gru and his whole family have to go move to a new neighborhood in order to not get murdered by him. So that's fun. Oh, and the whole setup for Gru's arc is that his baby don't like him.
Where is Daddy's hug?
One more. Where my hug at? Where my hug at?
So then Gru rizzes up the neighbors, and one of them is this girl named Poppy, who is probably the best character in the movie, not gonna lie. And meanwhile, the younger girls beat up a karate instructor who we don't care about, and Lucy literally melts someone's head at a hair salon. So that's not funny or relevant to the plot. Yeah! So it turns out Poppy has a secret ambition to become a villain, so she enlists Gru's help to run a heist, and he does it because blackmail. And a lot of people seem to be annoyed with Poppy, but honestly, I thought she was kind of fun to watch. She's kind of demented and creepy at first, and like, she has an actual goal, so that's fun, and her arc is definitely the best one in the movie, which is not saying much. But because they did this heist, Gru's high school rival somehow finds him, and now he's at his house kidnapping his baby. And he turns the baby into a little bug boy, which somehow hypnotizes him into hating his dad even more, but Gru says, it's okay, daddy loves you, and that fixes him somehow. So they beat the bug guy and they all live happily ever after until Despicable Me 5.
Wow, this is garbage.
Anyway, as I say, Poppy's arc is the best one in the movie because she starts out being super manipulative and creepy to Gru, but after he helps her with the heist, she turns out to be like a pretty normal girl, and she actually comes back to help Gru rescue his baby, which was a cool moment. Like, they have investment in each other, that's cool. But everything else about this movie was trash. Ramsbottom comes back for no reasons, even though he retired in the last movie, and they set up a reason for the villain to hate Gru in the very beginning because Gru gets him arrested, and he literally yells, I'll get you for this, or something like that. But then in the next scene, he literally forgets about that, and his motivation is actually because Gru showed him up in some stupid talent show in 9th grade. It's like you were so close to having this not be cringe. Why is this guy's body so much bigger than his head? The jokes make no sense. Why does Gru talk about milk for 7 minutes? I don't care about Lucky the Goat. I only cared a tiny bit when Gru's baby got kidnapped. Whoop-de-doo, 3 out of 10. Let's move on to the next movie. Before you ask, yes, I am going to rank the other 3. I've just been struggling to get that editing done. So subscribe if you want to see that video whenever I finally get it up. It's gonna be very heated because, spoilers, I hate the Minion movies a lot. So come have fun yelling about bad movies with me. And comment what your ranking is. It's probably different from mine because I have weird opinions apparently. If you want to support me, feel free to check out my Patreon or hit the join button down below. And a super special, awesome shout out to my channel member, AJ Mack. You have my deepest thanks. So yeah, I think that's everything. Lindsay out. I'm never gonna say that again.